Happy kitty. My kitty is purring. Okay, don't eat my yogurt though, kitty. All right, hello everybody. We're here in Kirk's garden for today's expanding exercise. Oh, kitty. I heard on a call with one of my other friends who's a facilitator. She was talking about animals and bars and how when you're having your bars run, animals come over to you and they like to get on top of you like cats and dogs. They want to sit on you.
And I do.
And even horses, like they'll come over to you. And a lot of people wonder what that phenomenon is. And she was saying that it's because you finally stop thinking that the animal wants to be with you, because then you can be together. And they're like, finally, you've stopped thinking.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
The bars that you stop thinking and that the animal doesn't want to hear your mind chatter.
Well, and animals don't think, they use their awareness. They don't think and have feelings and do all the stupid things that people do. They use their awareness.
I could pin in the moment times where I'm like, I have a client who comes and when he lays down in the chair, it takes a few minutes for him to settle, where he stops the thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then very consistently 4 or 5 times the cat about that time comes into his lap, but not interested in him up until the point where he settles.
So we have to look at like how many people are trying to stop that crazy mind thinking stuff and the circular thinking and the constantly trying to figure things out. How difficult that is, even in meditation, to stop thinking. But just a few minutes of bars, boom. So there's a little plug for bars.
I want more of that.
And at the same time, when you get your bars run, it allows your being to expand beyond your body. And what I've noticed over the last 15 years of using these tools of access consciousness is the more you can stay expanded, the more you can be the space around any difficulty or around any amazingness or joy. It just makes everything so much easier and greater. So I've always been a person who seeked peace and space. There's so much to the space. It's not empty. It's full of whatever it is that you're looking for. Full of possibilities. So let's just expand and pull in energy and space and peace and possibilities through you. It's funny, when I first came across these tools, I had been in maybe 20 something years of meditation practice, and on and off it would it would create the peace and space, but most of the time it was just difficult. And I started using the tools during meditation, and it allowed me to get still so much faster, and the thoughts that would come through my head I just use the tools, who does this belong to, or just simply expanding. And it was like instantly I was in that space that sometimes people sit for hours to get into. And I also noticed that after meditation, going out into the world, having a conversation with somebody, I would just totally lose it, totally lose the space, and just be right back into the same contracted version of reality that everybody else was in. And I noticed that adding in the access tools, if I was willing to be aware that I had expanded, that I could maintain that space with other people. And then I didn't have to sit to create the peace. I was just being the peace. And that's why they call using these tools of access consciousness becoming a walking, talking meditation. That you don't actually have to sit and close your eyes and be still to feel the space, to be the space, to create peace in the world. So that's part of why I've created this group, is to create a place for each of us to come to remind us to expand together, and to be this different possibility walking through the world. So just perceive the space that we've created even in this conversation, because talking about it and us being this expanded space, you can get the energy of it. And if you're in your head at all, just perceive your body, and then perceive outside of your body, whatever space you're in. If you're in your car, or your home, or an office, or outside, and just see how far your awareness can travel beyond your body. I mean, right over there's a redwood tree, and I can perceive where it goes down into the earth, and where it's like reaching way, 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 way up there. And it's like it takes your I don't know what that is. I guess it's your being, and it stretches it and expands it. And you can go miles and miles and miles in all directions without having to pass it through your mind to know what you're doing or how far you are. Just go.
You don't have to pass it through your mind.
Oh.
And think it. Thank you for that crumb. That's cool. That's a take it to the day crumb.
Yeah. And just start to get used to the feeling of this space without mind. What will come in are awarenesses that you can act on or not act on. But there's another really awesome tidbit, that when you're expanded, anything that is a lie dissipates and goes away. And anything that is real or true becomes more substantial. So if you're dealing with an upset and you expand, it just about always goes away, because it's really not that significant, and it's not really real. A lot of the upsets are in our head. And here's our kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, look. He stayed with us the whole time. We must not be using our heads much. Okay. Thanks for watching whenever you watch. And take this space and peace throughout your day. And what walking, talking meditation can you be? Have a fabulous week. I'll see you next Monday.